It's a really robust career that not many people plan from the get-go.
If you're not incredibly competent in doing the basics, people don't give you the time of day.
Near flawless execution is kind of a price of admission, and then you can do the work that you might consider cooler or sexier.
For WorldatWork and WorkSpan TV, I'm Ryan Johnson. Today I'm joined in the studio by two WorldatWork board members, Jeff Chambers and Tracy Kofski. Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And the conversation today is about career development for the total rewards and compensation practitioner. Tracy, let's start with you. If there was something that you know today that you would have known on the first day of your compensation or your rewards career, is there anything like that that you think, gee, I really wish I'd known this when I'd started in my career?
There's very few people I've met who, when they're growing up, want to be a compensation professional or a total rewards professional or a benefits professional. And so you kind of fall into it. You think you might not be doing it for very long, and I wish I knew how long I'd be doing it and how, what a cool, I don't know, I don't want to sound like a total comp nerd, but it's a cool area to be in, right? So you get corporate-wide purview. If you're a global company, you get global purview. You understand how the business is doing. You get the analytical side, you get the psychological side. So it's a really robust career that not many people plan from the get-go.
Two things stick in my mind. First of all, that relationships really, really matter.
Yeah,
and the relationships you build with people in the early part of your career, people stay with companies, move to different companies, help you out in other parts of your career. The second thing that I always tell people is you have to do extremely well on the basic blocking and tackling of the HR function, whether it's comp, benefits, whatever. Because when you do that, then you can develop the relationships that help you grow and expand. If you're not incredibly competent in doing the basics, people don't give you the time of day, and so all the relationships don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, near flawless execution is kind of a price of admission, and then you can do the work that you might consider cooler or sexier.
Right,
but
because then you get to step up and do the strategic stuff, but you don't get that opportunity, and that's what every HR person wants to do. I want to do all the cool strategic stuff. You don't get that unless you're doing the basics really, really well.
Because you don't have the credibility.
Exactly.
People won't believe you can do the strategy if you don't get the core work done well.
Now, what we saw in a recent WorldatWork survey of the WorldatWork membership, of course, was that they placed a high emphasis on business acumen, and then secondarily, the ability for the comp or the rewards professional to serve as an internal consultant. Are those the kind of skills that you're looking to hire when you're hiring these days?
We count on organizations like WorldatWork to have trained comp, benefits, total rewards professionals in program design, analytics, et cetera. And so we count on that people are going to know how to do their job well, and there's a lot of people out there right now who can do their job well. So the people that we're going to hire, they have to be able to do their job well, but they have to translate it into what's happening at our organization. They have to be able to communicate about what they're doing and why to line managers, to the HR generalists.
Right, you need to be able to understand the business that you're in, take the technical terms and be able to communicate that to the people you support and do it very fluently and frequently and with a lot of skill. And if you can do that, you're going to rise above and be in the cream of the crop. And those are the people we look to hire too. Yeah,
but there's got to be substance under what you're communicating. Exactly. I mean, to go back again to the basics, the comp and benefits and total rewards professionals, organizations are counting on you for expertise, but then you also have to be able to translate that expertise in the way that matters.
What does this idea of business acumen mean to each of you? I mean, when you're hiring staff or when you're developing staff, you're trying to develop their business acumen. What does that mean?
Well, I think you have to understand the terminology and what's important to the business. Every business values different things, and so you can have this common body of business acumen that you know what things like revenue mean and EBITDA. But what does that mean in your business? So you take that term and take the vernacular and move and translate it into what you do so you can provide more value to the business. That's what I'm looking for. You've got a basic understanding of business terms. You can apply that with the HR principles, but then you can also dig deeper and understand in this industry, in this market, this is what this means and it's why it's important. Because that's what your clients are talking about.
And there's so much out there about what's the hot trend. A total rewards professional with business acumen that Jeff's talking about can figure out, okay, this is a trend that makes sense for our business as a whole or a segment, or this is a trend that, while popular, is, it's not going to work for us. And so, you're translating what's out there, all around to saying, okay, I get this business well enough. I know this tool, this technology, this approach will be helpful to their business results.
Well, I want to thank you both for coming in the studio today, and for WorldatWork and WorkSpan TV, I'm Ryan Johnson.